I want what I'm fucking owed.
You people.
What'd you say?
Oh, my God.
What did you say?
Oh, come on, what I said. What the fuck did I say? I don't know
you
what I
people.
said.
You said you people. What does that fucking mean, you people?
I'm done talking about this.
You people?
I'm done.
And now, a word from our sponsor. Grind up a pig, put it in a can, strap full. Grind up a pig, put it in a can, strap full. Yes, I am Scrapple Man, think I'll have another can. Grind up a pig, put it in a can, strap full.
Welcome back to DwreckTV. I'm Dwreck. And we got this bad boy out back again. And you know what that means? It's time for another ranking video. Now, this time around, I want to talk about something that I've hardly ever spoke about on the channel in a very, very long time. Aside from talking about video games, pro wrestling, even arts, and even doing art videos and such, I've neglected one of the major things that I've done since the very beginning of my channel, and that is talking about movies. Aside from the video games and all the good stuff that I've been doing, I'd say movies have been a very, very major part of my life. Everything from live actions to oldies to movies from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, even throughout the 80s and 90s and everything. All movies I've watched. I love movies. I really do. But this time around, I want to talk about a certain film franchise that has been a major part of my life for the longest time. And I'm talking about Jurassic Park. I would say out of all the movie franchises that I've seen, whether it be just 2 movies or a trilogy or like a series of movies, I would say out of all of those, Jurassic Park has been, I've seen every Jurassic Park movie in theaters. Out of all the movie franchises that I've seen each and every one of the Jurassic Parks in theaters. And that's pretty miraculous. And I would like to take this opportunity to rank each and every one of the Jurassic Park movies. So with that being said, let's talk about the first Jurassic Park movie. I would say there was a time before Jurassic Park, I remember seeing movies like The Land Before Time, the first one, and dinosaurs were pretty much all over the place. There was that show Dinosaurs, there was Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, there was Denver the Last Dinosaur. Shoot, even there was dinosaurs in video games like Super Mario World, and there was even like that trilogy Prehysteria, remember that? And there was also, one of my big favorites was Adventures in Dinosaur City. Did I say Cadillacs and Dinosaurs again? But either way, that's how much, like, dinosaurs are all over the freaking place. But whenever, even the Super Mario Brothers movie dealt with dinosaurs. That's just how big dinosaurs were during this time. And out of all of those, out comes Jurassic Park and puts all of those to shame. But when the first Jurassic Park came out, the CG on it, for being in the mid-1990s, it was astronomical. Like something like that was beyond the mind's eye. Especially with the puppetries and everything, and the animatronics. It just looked so real. Everything looked real. And there was also some kind of controversies of it being like too scary for kids, like ooh, scary. And like brutal and like decapitations and just freaking blood splattering, but up to where the point like my mother really wanted to take us see it in theaters, but she was like, she wanted to go see it in theaters first just to see if it wasn't too scary for us because we were all little kids and everything. So my mother went go see it in theaters, and then when she came back, she took me, both my sisters, and my dad. She said, "Y'all got to come see this. This movie was great. Y'all are going to love it." So she took all us back to the movie theater with her, and we all watched Jurassic Park in theaters, and it was amazing. It was great. Seeing the dinosaurs in action, seeing all the characters in action and everything, it was great. And then we wound up getting the Jurassic Park movie, like, immediately. And I was immediately a fan of Jurassic Park. I loved it. I had all the coloring books. I had the action figures. I had the Tyrannosaurus and the Triceratops and everything, and the Jeeps. All those. That was incredible. So, with that being said, as far as the Jurassic Park movie is itself, looking back on it, there were some things that I didn't really catch on when I was a little kid. To rewatching it now as an adult, it really dealt with like cloning and everything, and the whole idea of, like, especially when it came to Dr. Ian Malcolm talking about y'all were so busy on talking about things that y'all could do, but y'all never stopped to think that you should. Things like that, people need to start really, really thinking about. Not just with things like this, but like with a lot of things. But I love the movie. I loved Dr. Ian Malcolm. I liked Dr. Alan Grant and Dr. Sadler and everything. And even, like, the kids were, but I think it was alright. And they even had freaking Newman on there. That was hilarious. But where would I rank Jurassic Park? For being 1993, with the technology that they had, it was like similar to something like on Terminator 2. But this movie, other than that, this movie was great. I would put this movie at a S rank. That's an S rank right there. Jurassic Park, one of the best movies that you can watch, especially good for families and everything. And when I was a kid, this movie came out when I was 8 years old. One of the things that would really kind of got me like, man, why did, kind of disgruntled me and everything, was like, these were dinosaurs, these were animals. I wanted to see freaking blood splattering, man, because they got the claws, like, especially the Velociraptors, like, freaking just scratching and everything. Like, I wanted to see blood splatter all over the place. I would be like, yeah. But no, they didn't have blood splatter. I'm like, man. Especially in the times where it could have happened. I'm like, man, I wanted to see blood and guts splatter all over the place. But it was all good. Then, next up, about 4 years later, out comes The Lost World Jurassic Park. Look how cool that is. Isn't that cool? Like, 4 years later, Jurassic Park 2 comes out. Well, Jurassic Park. Well, The Lost World Jurassic Park. I call it Jurassic Park 2 every time. This movie, when this was announced, I thought, yeah, we gotta go see it. And we all went go see it in theaters. And I really like it. I know a lot of people on the internet are talking about, man, this movie fucking sucks, man. The movie sucks, and it didn't have no good in it. You have it good, and shut up. I really like The Lost World Jurassic Park because it was different from the first one. It was on a different island, but one of the things I couldn't get my head wrapped around is Dr. Ian Malcolm was the main character in this movie. Where's Dr. Grant and Dr. Sadler in this one? But they also had John Hammond and everything, and they had new characters as well. They had like Eddie Carr, they had Nick, and they had Sarah and the daughter. And all the other characters that was on it. And I really liked it. We saw it in theaters, and I loved it. And check this out that I found in my closet a few years ago. I've had this since I was 12 years old. This watch came from Bird King, 1997, that was promoting The Lost World Jurassic Park. I was like, I cannot believe I still have this. This is awesome. I'm gonna have to put a battery in it, see if it still works. But I really liked it. I love the new dinosaurs on it. They even had the Stegosauruses in it. And I'd say one of the best scenes on it was the Tyrannosaurus rampaging through the city. I thought that was like one of the funniest and greatest things ever. Just seeing the Tyrannosaurus just rip through the freaking city and just plow through the bus and everything. I loved it. And where would I rank the Lost World Jurassic Park? To say it was better than Jurassic Park, the first one, would be not so much. It wasn't as great. It wasn't better than Jurassic Park, but it was definitely worthwhile to watch. It was a great sequel. I put it at a solid 8. I really liked it. It was a solid A movie. Forget what the people say about this movie. This movie was good. I loved it. Then, about another 4 years later, like 97, 4 years. Another 4 years come by, and we get Jurassic Park 3. This one came out. I wasn't really expecting this movie to ever come out, but when we saw it, I was like, they finally got the pteranodons, like the pterodactyls, something that I've been wanting to see since the very first one. And we got like a cameo appearance of the pteranodons, or the pterodactyls, motherfucker, pterodactyls. We get a cameo of it at the very end of the Lost World Jurassic Park. And this one, it was different. You got to see Alan Grant, you got to see Dr. Sadler make her cameo appearances. And the other characters, like the family, the husband and wife trying to find the son and everything on the island. And seeing the dinosaurs with feathers was very off-putting. I'm like, why are we going with dinosaurs with feathers? But it was pretty much a roller coaster ride of a movie and everything. But where would I rank Jurassic Park 3? I don't think it's as bad as many people proclaim it to be, but it's not that good either. Like, it could have been better, but at the same time, as like, we're kind of almost 8 years removed from the very first one, and we just come off the 4 years after the second one. So going into this one was like, I would put number 3, not very memorable, but it's an entertaining movie. I would put it at a high B. That's just putting it lightly. Thank you. That's just putting it lightly. But I wouldn't mind watching it again. I'd watch it every once in a while. But also, there was also during the time when they started coming out with the Fast and the Furious movies, so that kind of got extinct, no pun intended. And then years and years later of speculations of will there ever be another Jurassic Park movie? Then out in 2014, almost 11, 12 years later, out comes Jurassic World. Me and my wife saw this in theaters, and I was excited to watch it. Even though I knew that none of the other original characters were going to be in it, I was like, I'm intrigued to watch it. I'm intrigued. Especially to get the kids into it. So, we saw it in theaters. I did like it. I liked the new island, even though it was on the old island, but like it was the new park and everything. I thought that was really cool. And the dinosaurs were pretty cool, and even old boy Owen, he was training the Velociraptors, and I thought this was like, I don't know whether this is cool or kind of dumb, but I thought it was pretty cool that he was actually training the Velociraptors. And then seeing the kids stumbling upon the old park and everything, I was like telling my wife, they found the park. They found the old visitor center. That got me excited. They found the old Jeeps and everything. I thought, yo, this is so cool. Talk about a throwback. But I really like Jurassic World. I wouldn't mind watching it again. I wouldn't mind watching it again. But where would I rank Jurassic World among the original trilogy? It's not as... I don't think anything can top the first one. Because that's just how impactful it was. As far as like the second and the third one, I put Jurassic World solid 8 right next to the second one. It was definitely better than the third one, but I'd say it's just about even with the second one. It's gonna be very, very hard to top the first one. I don't think so. And then about 4 years later, another 4 years, 2018, out comes Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. Me and my wife saw this in theaters, and I thought it was good. It was okay, and my wife always talks about the whole scene with the brontosaurus and the volcano and everything. I'm like, babe, come on, it's a freaking dinosaur. It's a freaking dinosaur. She's like, I know, it's so sad. But at the same time, I'm like, they had to put that in the movie. Of course they had to. Anyway, this one was a different change of pace, and it also dealt with one of John Hammond's granddaughters, or one of the granddaughters. She was actually cloned, and that's a can of worms that they opened that was actually pretty not creepy, but it like really makes you think. Really makes you really think in depth. But the dinosaurs in this one were pretty cool. They had pteranodons. They had altered dinosaurs and everything. I'm like, they even had that in the Jurassic World. I'm like, this is where we're going now. We're going with genetically enhanced, like genetically altered dinosaurs and everything. Because the old dinosaurs are like boring, so they want to see something new and everything. Like, shut up, people. Then, where would I rank Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom? I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna put this at a B, because it did deal with like the idea of cloning and everything, and especially that one scene. The least to speak of that, the better. And then 2022, out comes Jurassic World Dominion. This one, me and my wife saw in theaters, and this was exciting because you finally get to see Dr. Grant, Dr. Sadler, and Ian Malcolm come back for the last hurrah. And they're also interacting with Owen and Old Girl from the Jurassic World trilogy. So I thought that was pretty cool, seeing them all get together and going on the adventures that they was going on, and the dinosaurs and the genetically altered dinosaurs, and Old Girl with her plane and everything, and seeing dinosaurs all over the world kind of makes the second movie was like ahead of its time in a way, having the dinosaurs interact with living in the world with humans. So it was like not really like ahead of its time, but it was like definitely like foreshadowing, if you will. But Dominion was all right. I actually thought that this was going to be the last one, but where would I rank Jurassic World Dominion? It was definitely better than Fallen Kingdom. So is it better than, especially with seeing the old cast meet the new cast and everything? I thought that was a cool concept. I would put this a low 8. Put it at a low 8. It was still good. Don't get me wrong. It was still a good movie. And then lastly, the last one that just came out this year was Jurassic World Rebirth. And yes, I got the cup from the movie theater. I thought this is so cool. Don't just pick this up. And it also came with they had one with this, and they had one with a pterodactyl. I had gotten the brontosaurus because it looks like Littlefoot. But Jurassic World Rebirth, Me and my wife saw it in theaters, and to be very, very honest, I actually thought that Dominion was going to be the last one, and when they came out with this, it was like, okay, a brand new cast, brand new everything. Let's see how it goes. And my God, it felt like two movies going on at once. It felt like one movie was with the exploration team, which was actually a pretty cool concept, and then that family. My God, things like that just really aggravated and pissed me the hell off in the theaters. I was like in the theaters, like when the family was on, I was turned off. I was just laying back. I'm like, just kill me now, or just get me out of here. And when the exploration team came back on, I was like, okay, let's watch it. But Rebirth, it was all right. The family definitely took it out of me. There were some scenes that remind me of Jaws at points, and seeing the big old brontosauruses were pretty cool, and the pterodactyls and everything. And then that mutated thing, I keep forgetting what it's called, but it's that mutated Tyrannosaurus. My wife said it looked like something out of Doom. That thing looked disgusting and cool at the same time. And man, it was brutal. But as far as Jurassic World Rebirth goes, where would I rank this? If it wasn't for that family, I would give it would be a solid B, though. Because of that family, I give it a solid C. And that's putting it lightly. Because if it was just that, if this movie if it focused on that family, it would have been the trash. Absolute trash. But that's what I gotta say about Jurassic World Rebirth. I'll get it on Blu-ray whenever it comes out. So there you have it. DwreckTV's ranking of the Jurassic Park movies. Come on. So you've got S rank, and you got the B's, A's, and C's. So that's it for ranking Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and all the movies that came out. Hope y'all enjoyed it. See y'all next time for another ranking video whenever I get to it. And hope y'all enjoyed it. Leave a comment below of what y'all thought of these movies. And I'll see y'all next week for another episode of DwreckTV. So, till then, this is Dwreck signing out and saying, see y'all on the flip side.